Now let's just make sure that it's working to go live. It currently says it's offline. It still says it's offline. Why is it still saying we're offline? Oh, it says we're online. Sweet, it's working now. Whoa, that's quite a delay.
Mine is still loading.
I feel like that was a really big delay. I'm going to quickly check on my settings just to make sure I don't have a delay. It might be a delay which they already set up or something. I'm not too sure.
Oh, geez, I'm huge.
You're huge! We should start off with our intro, shouldn't we? I think we probably should. Hey, yo, what's up, guys?
Sounds like my... Anyone from AC? I don't know her. I don't know who we are talking about.
No?
No.
I'm just going to quickly turn off your camera for 2 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot to actually put out the post, and because it's on a Discord chat, it will show all the Discord stuff.
Myra. Hey, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's put that back on. There we go. What's up there, guys? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, shall we do our full intro? Do you have an intro?
I don't have a particular one.
Well, welcome, guys. There is me, your boy Stealth, and we are joined by Visca. Welcome to the stream. How is everyone doing today?
Welcome, guys.
Hey, Stella. Welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey! Oh, it's so nice to see people you can, like, remember from other times. Hey, Roxy.
Some of them are quite old names, which you probably haven't seen for a while, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. For quite a while, actually. But I'm very happy. How are you guys? Nice to see you.
Oh, welcome, welcome. It's gonna...
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing? Raise your hand if you're at work watching the stream. Technically, we're both working, watching the stream, so we could raise our hands, can't we?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. So, why are we here today? Today, we want to, like, remember some things about the last year. What happened? Share some of our favorite memories that happened.
Welcome from Syria.
Hello back. And, yeah.
Why is there such a long delay? Did they set it up so that there's a bit of a delay, do you think?
I think it's like a common thing with YouTube, actually. It happened the past few times as well.
Oh, random.
Hey, Jeff.
We're all going nuts. What, from all the recent updates? Obviously, we just got Limitless come in, then we just got the new gen, and we've got the new Migo. There is a lot which has literally just dropped today. You've got the 2 recent updates as well. What are they? Tactical Drill? No. Operation Surgeons and Troop Drill. But they're both
anniversary
simple.
Is coming up.
Yeah, the anniversary is soon. Do you want to give them a little bit of insight about it? I'll quickly load it up. This is the reason why we're streaming today. We've got the anniversary memorial scroll, which is just coming up. Morning, Mel. How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome, Norman. How you doing? Been a long time, though. Oh, hey. Grandma Cherub. Yo, what's up, bud?
So nice to see the names. So, yeah, there's currently an event going on where you can share your favorite memories that you've like gathered over the past year or stories. And you can go to the in-game broadcast center or to the social media channels from State of Survival and post your favorite memory with hashtag anniversary memory scroll. And if your submission is text only, you just have to leave it in the comment section of the broadcast center, or with pictures on the Discord channel, for example. And yeah, there will be 500 winners chosen after the event is ended, or has ended. And yeah, as you can see, 50 entries will get rewards that are diamonds worth $20 and other good rewards.
All you need to do is share, obviously, some of your pastimes which has happened in the past year to get that. Oh, on the mention about SVS matchmaking and RR and AH matchmaking, they did. Oh, obviously AH. I don't think they can change that. That's your bracket all going in together as a mix. There's not anything to do with strength on that. But when it comes to RR, SVS and various other things, as you may have known, in the past few months they have been linking up all the states together. Like for instance, my whole bracket from 793 all the way to 864 have all now synchronized on their heroes and everything like that. I believe this is to be able to make it a better matchmaking where you can actually match the weaker older states with the slightly stronger newer states and vice versa to try to make it more fair. They did do a post recently saying about they was trying to they are like in the process of making better matchmaking. You might have seen that inside their official SOS Discord. It went out about a week or 2 weeks ago, so hopefully with the upcoming events you will see a difference. Oh, if you're asking me the new inventory hero, you're talking about Arva's sister. It looks like it's a new resonated hero which is coming out with a brand new resonation tree. And it's not like the other skills which you probably have noticed. So
yeah, but the release date isn't known as of now. I don't think anyone has much info about it yet.
No, we've only got screenshots so far of how the tree looks and other things like that. They haven't given enough information about it.
Exactly.
I did notice someone asked me a question about the new events, stuff like Troop Drill and Operation Resurgence. On my it was posted in my Discord, but on my YouTube there are videos on both of these when they were in the PTR. It doesn't look like they've changed anything. It is as simple as you donate. Once your state gets to certain stages, you will unlock the certain bonuses for your state. These are state events. They don't include the states next to it. So getting the healing speed before the other team for SVS might help. Getting the morale bonus before the reservoir raids. All these can potentially help during your events. So your state may be wanting to try and push the little donation button. Personally, I wouldn't go nuts on putting biocaps in there, but the resources, if you got loads, bam. Same as on this, it's just as simple as you put your heroes in. If you use the certain ones, it reduces the time.
Yeah, the latest gen that just got out will speed up the process a little bit.
Oh, the latest gen gives you an extra bonus. So if you use the latest gen, you get an extra bonus on top of what you're getting. It's using the same gen, which speeds up the process. So we're going to go over some of the events which have happened in our past year, which me and Visca have both went through. We're going to be giving examples of what this sort of thing you could be putting for this sort of thing. I know Visca's got a couple of stories to tell you, and so do I. Hopefully you obviously enjoy them, and it might give you a couple of ideas on what you guys want to post. So yeah. I guess I'll start with the first one. We had an amazing Resra League, the one which they came out last time, Doomsday, as you guys may remember. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, the amount of epic fights we had during this and the rivalry we had with some of the other alliances during this. So, why don't make the power of troops powerful? I agree with that, but unfortunately that isn't my decision, unfortunately. I preferred it when it was like that. They did say they're going to be making side ones where you can do equal strength. You might have noticed that if you go into the rules of the summit, or is the rules of the normal Path of Water Wilder 2, it says even though there's got to be the league, there will be side events where you can still play Path of Water at equal strength. Welcome to the stream,
there
guys.
There will be 1 week to do that, yeah.
Yeah, as Visca said, it's only for 1 week, but do you know when it is? Did it say any details? I can't remember.
I think it was after the qualifier rounds. I'm not sure, though.
After the qualifier rounds, top ranked teams. No. Oh, the off season. Here it is. The off season. As thanks, that helped. During the off season, the bump and bounce casual events take place. It lasts for a week and welcomes all players across all states. This event follows the standard Path of Water format, but all teams are leveled in strength. So it's supposed to be where everyone's the exact same strength and you'll be able to fight against people who are the exact same. That does seem like it would be a fun little thing. I preferred it when it was like that, so I'll probably participate in that, even though I'm doing the league as well.
So yeah, that week it's all about who just plays smarter. That will be actually fun, and I'm glad to see that back. But yeah, unfortunately, we are not responsible for any changes or whatever. You can give feedback, but yeah, we unfortunately, as streamers, can't change stuff.
So I thought the first one which I would go over is actually our Resvar League, which Cock did in the past year. We really did enjoy it. It was a very hard fight, especially for our state, due to the state bracket. But we really pushed through, and I think our alliance done absolutely amazing. So we were from state 793 to 864. We had only just unlocked the new gen heroes. In our first couple of fights, we were obviously the lowest on the heroes compared to all the older states having maxed heroes. We the fights were extremely difficult for us. We did it as an alliance. We didn't make a super alliance like a lot of the other alliances did. And this is probably was my number one thing which happened in the past year. It was such hard fights. There was one extremely hard alliance which we did go up against multiple times. So there was an alliance in one of the older states. So obviously they did have some advantages, like the trees were a little bit further on because we had just unlocked some new tree of the research trees. They were a bit ahead on heroes because obviously they had it for months and we had only just unlocked it. And they made a super alliance within their state. We were in the top bracket, so we knew we was going to go up against some very strong teams. Yeah, Visca can see all of chat, and she can also see obviously the stream she's watching. And yeah, there was one particular alliance which was called God. They made a super alliance in one of the older states. We went up against them 3 times. This fight,
3 times.
Yeah, so first we went up against them in the preliminary rounds. Both of our teams made it through. And then when we went up against them in the knockout round, do you remember there was the 2 trees? One where if you kept winning, you kept going across it.
The winner's bracket and the loser's bracket, yeah.
Yeah, both of us were in the winner's bracket, and we knocked them down to the loser's bracket.
And then you met again, yeah.
We met again in the finals. So when we knocked them down, this is actually the fight when we knocked them down. The score was so close, as you can see on the top. The whole entire fight, we were only a few thousand points away from each other. And luckily, when we did actually bring it to the end, we ended up winning. It wasn't, as you can see, it wasn't by a considerable amount. We were something like 10,000 points ahead. The amount of leads they had on power-wise, they were a lot stronger than us because they done a merged alliance. They had something like 6 very strong leads against us only having about 3 strong leads, and their 2 biggest players we could only beat if we put all our strongest people inside a rally. So they were a lot stronger than us. But we beat them, knocked them down to the losers bracket. Unfortunately, we did have to face them off again in the finals. And in the finals, they did slightly take the lead near the end. We were winning. We had a lot of people on the water tanks. We were taking a lot of the buildings. Obviously, we were really forcing them at all corners of the map, but near the end they decided they had to push the water tanks more, and they gave up the buildings and they put all their leads on the water tanks. Unfortunately, when they did do that and they realized this was a good idea to do, it became very difficult to push them out of the water tanks, and there was only a few of us who could really combat their leads at the water tanks. They slightly took the lead in the last few minutes. I believe it was just the last few minutes when they end up overtaking us. As you can see, we're winning about 6 minutes until the end by a few thousand points, but this was when we really struggled trying to fight them at all the various buildings and stuff.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. We've had a few fights that's been similar to that as well. And I think people hugely underestimate tanks in our hard times. I don't know why, but sometimes there are teams who just neglect them and don't go for them and just focus on the buildings, and then it can be their downfall, honestly. And once you realize how important they are, and if you have the people or like strong joiners, not necessarily leads, it's gonna be harder to beat you, definitely.
As you can probably see, every time I open up the screen reports, all you can see is failed attacks, failed attacks, failed attacks. But
and that's also a thing. You have to be persistent and just send.
Yeah, it was a very tough fight. There was so many people stronger than me inside this fight. Honestly, I could only knock out I was our 4th lead, and I think I could only knock out someone who was something like their 10th lead. It was so difficult to try and work around this. But most of us were we had solid teams. As you can see, a lot of people scoured on the water tanks. We tried to even out the strengths. We had about 12 people dedicated minimum to the water tanks to try and combat this. But once they really did start pushing the water tanks with their leads, this is, as you can see, we're taking the buildings back now. And this is where all their leads just gave up on the buildings and took all the water tanks. And this is where they did end up getting more points than us. It was a very tough fight.
It definitely started shifting towards like more red. You really could see that in that moment.
Yeah, this is where the water tanks just started going red. But we couldn't fight near as with how many leads they had. As I said, they made a super alliance between their state, and all their leads went into one alliance. We tried to do the same, to bring a couple of the leads over, but everyone wanted to just do it where it was their alliance at the time. So we did end up losing just by a few thousand points. It was honestly some of the closest matches we had ever played. The best part was, this is where the beautiful part happens. It was about a week or two after after the league, we went up against their alliance one more time. So
did you get your revenge?
I'll leave this on what happened when they wasn't a super alliance. You can see by the score what obviously how it panned out when it was just alliance against alliance about a week or two afterwards.
I mean, I saw for like the longest time you only had 29 players. Then I wonder, like, if it's only a few thousand water, what that one player, if they would have had the time to join earlier, would have made the difference, maybe.
The downfall is I know one of the players who couldn't make it, and it was one of our leads.
Ooh.
It was so it wasn't like the top 4, but it was our 5th player. I remember our 5th player couldn't make it, and he was designated for one of the set of water tanks. And obviously, I don't blame him. People can't make certain times, but it was honestly such a close match. And when it did become, as you can see from the score here, it's 121,000 to 34,000. Don't get me wrong, they still had 2 very strong leads on this. They still had their 2 top players inside the alliance, but without all of the other leads to be able to fill the rallies and stuff like that, when it came to tactical, I felt like our team won, and I was really proud of Cock for these fights. And this is the reason why this is obviously the most highlighted thing from my alliance in the past year.
Totally deserved. I mean, 2nd place must be a wonderful memory, honestly. It shows great teamwork, makes a lot of good memories, and accomplishment for the alliance.
I think on power-wise, there was only 4 alliances which was stronger than us, and all 4 of them were super alliances.
I mean, we were only, I think, in the G bracket. We merged right after Doomsday, actually, our alliances with one of our closest allies that we've had like from the beginning of the game. So we had less participation, we weren't as strong, we didn't get as good of a matchup. But we kind of did good. We got into the playoffs, and we got pushed down to, I think, loser bracket in the 2nd fight, if I remember correctly. But we pushed our way through, I think, to the battle before you could get into the semifinals. Like, the quarterfinals in that case. And we did a good job. We only ever had, I think, the highest participation that we had at that time was 25 players.
Yeah.
But usually we only played like with 15, 16 because it was during the week. That was the Doomsday where it was like during the weekdays. And people couldn't show up, and we sometimes only had 16 players, and then we went up against teams who had like 26 show up. So we were completely outnumbered. But we punched above our weight, and
we always force people to react in our Discord to say that they will be participating, to know that they will show up, because we're always worried that there is the potential of having less players. Just to touch on a point on what CH said, I do partly agree with you on, obviously, spending money does help you win because you do need that strength, but I completely disagree on the strategy side, because as I said, we had so much strategy involved in this fight. If you just look at the center team, you'll notice only one of the players was a pay-to-play player. The other players were all free-to-play players near that center team, and they really did. Most of our team is either people who just spend £5 here or there, or are completely free-to-play. Most of our team is. We do have obviously our leads, and you do need those for their stats to be able to fight. but I don't think it is completely pay to play because, as I said, their teams were a lot stronger than us. They had a lot more leads. They had a lot more money involved, but we still won through strategy and countering where their strength was.
Also, to add to that, currently the game is at a point where joiners are probably the most important than they ever were. Like, their formation system, what is their level, how did they upgrade their components from the aircraft, how far is the behemoth, even if it's free to play, as long as you get like all the stuff you can get and make it decent and level it in the right order and focus on the important things and not on the unimportant things.
Yeah,
you can make a big difference in your rallies as a joiner. The joiners might be one of the most important things right now with the setups and the heroes they used to join.
Yeah, personally, I always tried my alliance. I'm really happy with because they're very active. They participate in all the events. We also obviously all join voice chat and we communicate with each other. So if one team is lacking, say someone couldn't make it, or they're just going up against someone too strong, we will try to counter that, and we're like migrate the team, or we swap a lead round or something, and it does really help. As I said, we had 4 teams which were stronger than us. We knew that from the start. Obviously, the states were 793 to 864. And our team was playing as 864, being the newest state in that bracket. So if you just think of that, and you think of the strength difference between us, and still coming second in all of the alliances, without even making a super alliance, that does show you that strategy does come into play in this game as well. Yes, having one massive lead will help massively when it comes to something like SVS for holding center, but it doesn't mean that it's going to just completely throw out strategy into the game. I really do enjoy that aspect of this game. Spending money on Rusty, I think skills will crush all. Yeah, on the blue hero. What's up, Phoenix? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so now, would you like to go through one of your past moments in the past year, Visca?
Yeah, I mean, the thing I want to talk about today the most kind of like intertwine into each other. But I'm gonna start from the beginning. Like, we got merged in September last year, so almost exactly a year ago, like in 2 weeks approximately. And our merge, like, let's say our state, I was in state 422 originally, and it was dead. Like, we had a lot of problems in the past. We've had people leaving, we've had people coming, but then leaving. We had a few that stayed. And then we got merged with state 420 and 423, and we are currently 420 together. And yeah, I'm just really happy and how it went down, like the whole experience that we had. I've heard that people had bad experiences with mergers. But honestly, our merger was one of the best things that could have happened to our state, probably to the rest of our states as well. We all get along really well. We had no issues like figuring out who goes where. We didn't burn each other, had no fights. And yeah, and then our first SVS, where we like learned how we can communicate with each other, how we can play together, and like use our forces great and good. It was just nice, you know? I don't know. And it was really, really close. Our like one of our first SVS together, we had one where the difference was made by I think 10 seconds or so. Like, it was still the old SVS system, like 4 towers center. And it was so close, and everyone went into state chat and was cheering the alliance that was in center on, so we can win this. And it was just, yeah, I like the people in our state and our teamwork, and it was one of the most, with the most tension and like energy that I've experienced in the game. Because it was just so close and we were all rooting, and yeah.
Gotta love a good fight.
It was so good, and there's
so this fight was after the merge, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was like, I think the second or third SVS after we merged. Like, we were completely new, still getting used to each other. And I just saw one of our four in the chat saying it was so good, and yeah. Yeah, our merge wasn't a bloodbath at all. We had like one troll that used just farm to annoy the whole state, kinda.
Yeah.
And stole first occupations. But he got found every time and got burned. And then it was over. Then he disappeared.
We had someone similar in our state when it first opened up, called Goro. People in my state will remember the Goro. He had about 10 accounts. He had about 10 accounts, which all of them he participated in. Like, for instance, you'll see SVS, and his account was pretty strong for the age of the state. And he would rally a tower. And when you looked at the rally, you'd have Goro, Goro 1, Goro 2, Goro 3, Goro 4, Goro 5, all joining that rally. You literally have a full rally of Goros. And the weird part was, not a single one of these accounts was that weak. So a free-to-play average, let's say, was Peer 2 at the time. And all of his accounts were all Peer 2, the exact same strength as an average free-to-play account. He actively played all of these, he probably had about 10 accounts. So he played all of these accounts and was extremely active on every single one of them. It was mad. Oh, and on the laughing part, I was laughing at when I burnt someone who called themselves ComfyStealth is fat during this fight. I think they were a little bit annoyed that obviously they could fight us in Resvar League, but when it came to one-on-one, they could not even, they couldn't even participate. So one of them, who was watching my stream at the time, called themselves ComfyStealth is fat, and I went over and burned him. It was a beautiful moment. He had 15 accounts, and no tornado was Goro. Yeah, he could not handle doing that as well. Tornado burnt half of Goro's accounts at the time. Or not?
Was that the guy that renamed himself?
Oh, no, that wasn't the person who renamed himself. That was just a random person in the God Alliance we didn't even know anything about.
Yeah, our Goro was Pumbaa.
Your Goro was, what, who made 10 accounts? No,
he was just terrorizing the state.
Oh!
And stealing first occupation and whatnot, and yeah. Pumbaa's infamous in our state.
At one point, I made 30 alt accounts, but that was for one of the anniversary events. And that was also that was also in the past year. Oh my god, the amount of time I spent on that. I made a full alliance just for them alts. Built a giant...
So you can transfer.
Oh, no, it was so that I could build an alliance with a big, massive territory where one of those things spawned. So whenever the thing spawned, all my accounts was around it, and I could just port into the territory and obviously take every single crate.
So mean!
But if I didn't do it, they wasn't using up all 4 of the things anyway.
We've had people spawning all those infected that you can rally for fragments, those Travis fragments. They were everywhere.
So
it was so annoying.
we didn't do anything where we didn't attack any players. We didn't do like, but there was always someone who would port at the bottom corner and try and block off and just try and take all the gold crates. I remember that was so bad. 150, yeah, that was more than me. 30 was enough.
That was too much. I only did mine to like spy on other states and before the merge, because the reason was you could create 2 accounts in every state, you know. And I know we merged, like I knew before the merge, we would merge with 423 and 420. So I made 2 accounts in each state, and they all got transferred with the merge. So I had like 6 accounts on 1 account, you know.
Yeah.
But the issue was I only did it for vouchers. And now we have like 500 vouchers. I'm not complaining. Don't change anything. I'm happy about the 500 vouchers, but just my accounts are now like unnecessary.
After that anniversary event, I think during that anniversary event I got 15,000 hours of speed ups.
It will probably take a while, Jacob. On which generation are you now?
3k legendary frags. I'm on generation 10 now. It also got all my resonated heroes to level 7. I had so many. On claiming a HQ skin prize, I'm not too sure that that wasn't obviously in our stream.
Otherwise,
I don't know.
Just my favorite memories overall are just like all the calls.
Do you know anything about the HQ skin prize, Sweet? Or someone said they won a HQ skin prize. Do you know anything about
strategizing and spending time with the people, friends, making jokes, terrorize people as governor, as I do right now?
Visca? Visca, can you hear me?
Wait, are you muted?
I shouldn't be. Hello? Visca! I think she can't hear me. Hello? Testing 1 2 3. Am I? My sound's still picking up on the stream, so I wonder if she accidentally muted me on Discord or something.
I can't hear him. There was an awkward silence for me. That's why I just started talking.
I'm never silent. That's the biggest thing.
Let me just join.
Maybe if we end the call and restart it, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so my mic's fixed, or there's nothing wrong with it. I didn't mess up the chat. Yeah, I can hear Visca, but I think there's some. She might have accidentally muted me on Discord. Did you mute me, woman? Or did you leave?
Muted you.
Oh, bad, Visca, bad.
The thing was, I have a thing here, and it has like a rotating disc in there, and it was laying on my leg, and I was moving, and apparently it muted you, and I was just like, hey, I was checking everything, why can't I hear you? And then I was like, on my microphone.
So the HQ skin prize was from the dev chat at 13. Visca, do you know the question I was trying to ask you is?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the skin prizes given out from the 13 UTC stream?
I just saw people posting their IDs and 2 were randomly chosen.
Do you know how they claim it, or if it gets sent like?
They have the ID, so probably through a system mail.
It'll probably get sent out at a later point, or something. I'll have my Discord chat open just in case I get a message from the devs mentioning how it's gonna get sent out or whatnot.
Yeah, it will probably come soon.
Yeah. I'm never kind. It's not in my nature. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 codes up on stream. We might as well give out 2 of them right now. Shall we just do 2 of them at a time? One of yours, one of mine?
Right, yeah. Let's do it.
I'll just put them up in the middle of the screen so everyone can see them nice and clearly. Oh. There we go.
I love those codes. Have I said that already?
Well, they are nice free stuff. I also sent it inside our Discord so you know which ones I put out before they do. Just in case you want to read them. I'm too lazy to. We know me.
I do not, Jacob. So yeah, the codes. Or do you like to say yours and I say mine, or?
Oh, I'm way too lazy for that stuff. They can work for that. They can actually write it down and do a little bit of work to try and get the rewards. I'm nice like that. I make you guys do some work.
But they're fun to say. Annie Visca, very cool.
But spelling that whole entire thing, and Annie still sorry cool. How can they already be gone? That was instant. That was so quick. They got 200 uses in them.
Wait, how many people do we have in here?
I don't know, but they say they're already gone. 209 viewers. To be fair, if you type it into your like state chat or something, that thing can go pretty quick. But I couldn't imagine them going that quick. Visca, go get us more codes. Oh, someone did ask.
We still have 6 to go.
Migo banners are your friends. Ah, so they're probably putting them in the Migo banners. Thousands of people can see that. I seen Lindsay burning fat ComfyStealth in the background.
They have 200 redeems, so if people share them with each other, it's probably that they
I
will
did
be
it
gone soon,
ASAP
guys.
and already
you just
gone.
need to be quick. Oops, sorry.
I couldn't imagine 2. Okay, what we'll do? Shall I do another 2 of them? Do you think I should
we still have 6 to go. We could do 2 more and then like in 10 minutes intervals.
Okay, I'm gonna just put 1 of them up right now, and everyone just be as quickly as possible. It's ComfyVersary good. Someone's got to have got it. Someone's got to have got it. If not, we need to speak to our bosses. People don't share. Be greedy. Hi, Lynn's rando. I typed. Oh, someone did ask. Do you have a YouTube, Visca?
No, I don't.
Oh, blasphemy right there.
I never got into like video editing and such.
So how can someone watch you?
I was active on Twitch. I'll probably go back sometime, but otherwise, yeah.
Otherwise, unlucky. Unlucky. That's what she's saying.
Too bad. So yeah, nice. Okay, they aren't leaked. The people got them.
Okay. I guess we should go over a second event which happened in the past year, which we obviously enjoyed. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go.
Okay, my next one, obviously, because I do all my videos on my YouTube and my Twitch and stuff like that, I've got replays of all mine, so I'll be playing all those in the background, so you guys can see it. So the next one which I'm going to go over is an SVS battle which we had. Some of the cocks which are in here, obviously our alliance is called Cock, so some of the cocks in here will remember this. and this one was actually when it was 860 against 864. So obviously I'll have it playing in the background so you guys can see. What it was we used to do it where Cock was the main ones which went for center most of the time. We would fight for center while the other alliances went for towers. Now, there was one particular one where we actually was going for towers, and some of the Cocks. And what actually happened was the other alliances in our state wanted to make a super alliance. As you can see back here, they'll win 864 super alliance. Now what it was we was going to try and hold all 4 towers. I think we held 3 most of the time. Sometimes we held the 4th, but they did have some strong players, like obviously iBone here sneaking a tower once in a while. So what we did was we it came down to the last hour. There was 1 hour left of the fight, and 860 was beating the 864 alliance. So as you can see, we were all leaving the alliance, and what we did was we moved over to the 864 alliance to try and help out. This is old. We're going over any memory in the past like a year or so, and I think this was roughly a year ago to this day. So it was about 12 months ago, I think this one was. So this was really way back then. And as you can see, people are remembering this. They're like, oh, I see some of our old members and stuff like that. So this fight, there was 1 hour left, and the 864 Alliance obviously sent us a message saying, can we move to the Alliance and help? So we said, of course we can. As you can see, I'm relocating to the center to start setting some rallies, because I may have went off to burn players. I wasn't even at center at the time. I wasn't really that focused on it. So I've like ported to center. We've all moved over to the 864 Alliance to try and help out, and we tried coordinating with them. We moved one of them over to our chat, and yeah, what we was 1 hour left. 1 hour. They were 20 minutes ahead of us. So we had to bring back at least 20 minutes in 1 hour against a player who we could not solo rally out. We had to double rally this person out. So as you can see, we've set like 4 rallies right here. No matter what, this alliance, their player was so strong, we couldn't single rally him out. We had to double rally him. So somehow we had to bring back over 20 minutes worth of time after doing a 5-minute rally to knock him out, of course. So it was it was at least once we finally knocked him out, they had what, a 26-minute lead, and we would have 55 minutes left. It was a very, very tough fight. So what we did was, after we rallied, we had 3 ghost rallies ready to go. Three ghost rallies, and whenever they set a rally, we had a rally hitting afterwards. We had some of the other rally leads we told just to set whenever they could, to try to, just in case we could utilize it, like we could recall our rally lead, get them to take it, and get our rally lead to get another ghost. Honestly, the amount of strain which went on my brain during this fight was ridiculous, because I was trying to think of anything which could get just a minute or 2 back. So
I would be so annoyed if you were like going hunting all the time, and then you come back with like, oh, we are 20 minutes behind. Now we need to catch up.
Yeah.
I would be so bad. And then you come and get mid, you know. But I really miss those times when you get like set ghosts and whatnot.
This was definitely the time when 860 panicked. As soon as they saw us move from our Cock Alliance to the 864 Alliance, this is where 860 was probably panicking, because they saw 3 rallies just instantly go up, perfectly timed, and then we had 3 ghosts ready to combat. as you can see, I'm looking at the times. I obviously know what time their march times are. Sleepy's is just to hit after that, and then Sin's the backup one, so that we could get her main march in there to be able to defend any incoming rallies after that. And then we was kicking Sin out and getting Sleepy to hold, or me to hold, and we were getting her with a ghost rally ready to go. This was really so hectic, and even though it was so, like, we were so far behind, we took it down to the last couple of minutes. And in the last couple of minutes, we had taken all 25 minutes of that time back. As I said, we were weaker.
Nice.
We had to double rally. So this is one of the times where it really shows strategy beats power. We couldn't beat them one-on-one. We had to double rally them. And even though we were 25 minutes behind, obviously by the time our 5-minute rally went in, hit, and took it, at that point we're 25 minutes behind with 55 minutes to go. It was honestly one of the most intense fights. As you can see, every time they knocked us out, we knocked them instantly back out. The time is 30 minutes left. At this point, we were something like 15 minutes behind still. 15 minutes behind with 30 minutes to go, knowing that they could single rally knock us out. But they didn't time a second rally to hit after ours. Obviously they couldn't see the rally times because we were holding center the whole time, and every time they hit, they just got knocked straight back out. And 13 rallies are going on center, as you can see right now. Most of them are from the enemy state. Some of them being our ghosts behind each one of their hits. And yeah, we ended up winning this fight. That guy, Eyebone, is currently one of the strongest players in our state still. Honestly, his strength is insane. And this
Honestly,
is...
seeing all the little headquarters brings back so many memories as well, like P3, P5. And we're in our I mean, it's been a year, but still, like, our stage. I'm in an old stage. We now have P13. Those were the good old times.
We was also marking a symbol above anyone who we thought we could kick out of the rally. So if we could weaken their rally by kicking 1 or 2 people out their rally, we'd put a star marker above one of their players. And then whenever we see one of them players, one of the rallies marching, any one of our leads which weren't in a ghost rally would zoom in a march to try and knock them out to make their rally one less player. I'm not going to lie, the strength of that rally lead, even if they were 1 or 2 less players, they were still knocking us out. They were that strong. But no matter how strong you are, well, now with the behemoths it's slightly more difficult, but you can still do it. Quite often, 2 rally leads will still be able to knock out one of those super strong rally leads. And that is just what this was the whole entire time. I really did enjoy this fight. This was, as I said, my second favorite highlight. My first favorite highlight was the league. The second one was this SVS where we had to try to take... So as you can see, Eyebone just knocked us out. I've got a rally hitting in 7 seconds, and we've got another rally which is from Sleepy's hitting now. So Sleepy's hit, mine hit, Sin had a solo hit going in afterwards to rain it, to be able to defend it. And it was just constantly in a rotation like that, where we had to time all our rallies going forwards. Even at this point, when there's 8 minutes left, I've got a ghost to hit behind someone else, but Sin had her ghost hitting just behind his. So we literally had to time every one of our hits a couple of seconds afterwards. This was probably one of my most nervous fights ever, jumping in with 1 hour left, being so far behind. It was one of the most nervous fights, and I just had to be on my A game. And you can probably see you can't see behind me, but behind me I'm sat with my you can see me playing on my phone in the background here. That's actually because I was playing 2 of the leads on the computer and 1 of the fillers on my phone. I was playing 3 accounts because it was only the last hour, and some people were like, I'm gonna go sleep, we're not doing anything and stuff like that, and I was just... There was another thing which you might notice. You might notice Sleepy only had Pulse Elites here. We told people, because only certain people had unlocked certain tier 11s, we told them to do full tier 11 inventory and some to do full tier 11 hunters to try to make sure we had as much of them sort of troops in. So this is where, as I said, strategy can beat stronger players. But yeah.
Yeah. And timing and whatnot. But I'm pleasantly surprised because, like, our favorite memory are actually kind of similar to each other. Like, our Doomsday matches and a really, really close, exciting SVS. And,
so no one can knock you.
Yeah.
This game is
it's nice that, like, it brings everyone together like this, and, yeah.
Okay, that's my second memory. Are you ready to tell your second memory, Visca?
My issue is I kind of tied them both together.
What was the first one?
Yeah, with the merge, I wanted to talk about them separately, and then I just kind of shortened them and put them together. So, yeah. Another memory, not necessarily a positive one, but it's still kind of last year, and I just wanted to, like, say it quickly, and I just wanted to remember someone, and not something, really. We had our R5, or, like, long time R5, passing away. She was a good friend to all of us, and it's, of course, always sad if, like, someone is missing from the team, and how the team will adjust afterwards, especially if someone was such a big part of it. But yeah, like the game, like, not the game, but the last year started without her. Like, we lost her right in the beginning, basically. And yeah, I just wanted to take a second and remember Queen Calamity. And yeah, we just had to find ourselves right after everything happened. Like, we had to assign each other stuff. We had to give us time, and it had to become different, you know? But it's nice to see what we still could do, and how we find our way to still, like, get together, and we weren't falling apart, because, as I said, she was R5, she was a big part. And, yeah.
After a long time playing with people, obviously they become like your family in this game.
Yeah.
How long were you in the Alliance?
Since the beginning of our stage, it began, I think our stage began in September 2020 or 2019. One of those. So a really, really long time. And really, I think one of the biggest parts in the game, and I think no one can deny it, is, like, the people. And with those, you make the biggest and best memories. And you have so much fun if you make friends in the game and spend time with them and talk to them on, like, a daily, weekly basis in voice chat and alliance chat. And yeah, I also met someone actually in real life who was playing with us for a while, and it was nice just, like, meeting people in real life that you met online and spend time with.
Yeah, I met up with a couple of the people who I play with recently, and it was nice to actually, to put a face on the people you speak to online and stuff. It is, as I said, after playing with them for so long, you do become like a family.
Yeah, definitely. It's like brother and sister. Some people are, like, I don't know, mother father figure maybe, and you just take care of each other. Like you see each other every day, you talk to each other every day, you make memories, you succeed in the game with each other, you lose together, you are a team, and yeah, it's just nice to see and like think about all the situations that are happening on a daily basis, all the insiders that are made in AC, and yes.
Also, going back to the Mr. Negativity in the chat constantly, you saying that was probably a one in lifetime for the SVS battle. As you can see through all these reports, a lot of these we have been going up against states which are stronger than us. But as I said, I personally think activity helps massively, and obviously strategy helps massively. There's a lot of other states which absolutely dominate us in strength. They've got a lot bigger spenders, a lot bigger behemoths, but as I said, if you work really well together and you can strategize, obviously, as you can see through our fights, we've been winning pretty much most of them just from strategy alone. It does really help being able to work together as a team.
And also to prioritize, as I mentioned before, like there are people who just upgrade wildly, and even if they put like a lot of money into the game and they prioritize the wrong stuff first, it means that even if you are like weaker or even sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes a lot weaker, but prioritize the best things to upgrade, you can still beat someone.
And as you just said,
you just gotta be smart about it.
As he just said once again, so you stuffed your rallies full of high-level behemoths and troops. Cammy and ComfyStealth, them two only just moved to the state during the state transfer. We only had one big behemoth. All the other behemoths, as you can see, are nowhere near the size of other states. You go to any other state, show me a behemoth list where they were weaker than how our behemoths are. We aren't a massively strong state, but we are definitely one of the most active states, and we work extremely well together. I'll just show you the Migo, and this will prove it. So we aren't big spenders. But if we go onto the where is it? The rankings, no. Global rankings. As you can see, we are very, very active, and we work extremely well together. So you can think of as many of these, but you're wrong. Go on.
Someone just said governor is a cursed position. I gotta say though, I'm governor by choice. I don't understand the governor hate. And whenever like, it's so funny for me to see everyone is like, who wants to be governor? And everyone, not me. Go away. And I'm just like, yeah, give it to me. I don't mind. It's kind of fun, even though we are low in golf credits and all, so I can't even get the diamond, and like the biocaps, not diamonds, sorry. I can't even get the biocaps, but I know I can trust myself to place the buffs when they're necessary and don't like mess up, and everything is done how I want it to be done.
I just think Gov sucks. Have a good one, Sweet. Thanks for tuning.
It's better than having someone like forget a healing buff, okay, I forgot the construction buff last week, for some reason. I don't know, but I mean it's Throwdown week anyway. I have it on today. But really, voluntarily, I'm just like, I'd rather do it myself and know it's gonna be right instead of putting it into someone's hands and then like, they might mess up, you know?
Yeah, I personally So let's think of when you have to put out the gov buff. You have to put that out reset, don't you?
Yeah.
That's 1 in the morning for me. I ain't doing that every single night.
That's 2 a.m. for me. I'm an hour ahead of you.
Yeah, I'd prefer someone else have to stay up till 2 a.m. and do it.
I mean, technically, I could say I'm doing buffs at, like, I don't know, 20 UTC or 22 UTC. I just decided for myself I'm going to do reset. And today I set it at 12 UTC, so it's going over from, like, Monday and into Tuesday, so you can use it on both days.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I do it. I do that for when it goes to transferring normal buffs. Like if someone wants Patriot, I do that at the halfway mark, so you get 2 people be able to use it during the training days and stuff like that. But I don't do that on generic buffs because you can still only have 2 people have the normal buffs during the same time.
Yeah, but do you know how, like, I do one reset and then someone has 12 hours and then another 12 hours? But I've had, like, 5 requests so far, the whole week. 5. Our state prefers even debuffs over buffs. I got asked for the worm debuff before I got asked for a real buff. Our state is weird like that.
You just like to have one of those debuffs on your head.
Yeah, maybe. I personally like shackles. They're pretty.
Really?
I don't mind. Yeah.
I've only seen the shackles be used a few times, and one of the times was on me during a KE event. So I wasn't doing anything too bad. So I was one of the weaker players. Now, I wanted to get first in KE for my first time ever. And what I did was I ported over to the number 1 alliance, and I just hit every single one of their farms while being rained. And I just constantly was hitting all their farming tiles all day, every day. And yeah, they hated me during that KE event, and they end up just shackling me over and over again to stop me from hitting their tiles.
I mean, I wouldn't complain. They're really pretty. But I think it's time for another code of mine. We still have 50 minutes to go, and still 5 codes, I think.
What I'll do is I'll put up I'll DM you it. I'm gonna put up this one.
Sounds like a plan.
It's up on screen. It's up to you if you want to say it out or whatnot.
Okay, I'm gonna say it first, and then you can, like, plop it on the screen. So, guys, get ready. Here's the code. Any Visca. Like, any, like, anniversary, Visca, and then R. Y.
There it is. We've still got 4 codes to give out, don't we?
We still got 4 now, yeah. And 50 minutes.
It can't already be gone. That was way too quick.
Are they leaked?
What I think is they're similar to some of the codes the other days, and people have probably been trying to guess them.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. I mean, it happened in the past that codes were, like, being guessed before they were able to be used.
We'll try one of your other ones then. Okay, so I will try this one. No one's gonna be able to have guessed that one. Okay, I'm putting it up on screen, so you can say it now.
No, that one wasn't from earlier. So yeah, let's try the next one then.
Well, Omni, if you're only here for the codes, then, you know. Let's check if people can get this one then.
Let's hope so.
Oh, this one worked. This one worked. Is your name Craps? Is it Craps like what I did earlier?
Crepes.
Is it
I would
crepes?
say crepes.
X crepes? Could be, could be. I preferred my version of it.
I mean, I would like a crepe now, like the food.
Oh, is there food called crepes?
Yeah, like a pancake, a French one.
Oh, I know those. We get those from oh, there's like a dessert place around the corner which does them. They're pretty nice. I don't order them. I always order the waffles, but one of my kids order them, and they come out like this size. Kids can never finish them. Who do you think has to suffer and eat them all?
I mean, there are even like cakes, but yeah. Hey, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I was young. Okay, Creeps doesn't know his own name.
After you mentioning about debuffs, look what my governor just did.
Wait, YouTube has to catch up.
Oh yeah, I hate the delay. I never put the delays on, but I think it's just the SOS has a certain delay going.
At least only Quack. Let's hope you don't have any troops in the hospital.
I may have a few.
Oh, I'm frozen. I don't look friendly in that picture.
Are you frozen again? Oh no, you're not.
It seems so.
I think you're just staying still for a little. I'm just looking at the. What was you even looking? Is that your computer screen on your left?
Yeah, it's my second screen. Oh my! Moving again.
At least it's moving now.
Woo. Okay.
Gotta love recording off of Discord, don't you? Wait, is it when I minimize you, maybe?
Yeah, that is probably it. Yeah, you have to keep my call.
I think I minimized the Discord for a couple of seconds when I was putting up the code. Okay, we got 3 more codes, so what we'll do is we'll do them every 15 minutes, roughly. Some give or take a minute or two. Do you have another story you want to go through, or shall I go through my other one?
You go through your other one first.
Oh, they didn't just debuff me, they fucking relocated me across the map. I'm not at my hive no more. What are they doing to me? Okay. So,
I want to embarrass you in front of the stream.
Yeah, they force evicted me on camera. What? So mean. I was wondering why I got another mail. I was thinking, what is that for? Okay, so, I thought of 3 different things which happened in the past year. So obviously we went through when I had the really fun Resvar League. We went through the last hour of a SVS battle when it was really epic, where we had to bring it back. And then the last one is this one. So, this one. We had a little rivalry going with one of the other states. Now, the reason being is because strength-wise, I think they were only so we had more leads than them, but they had stronger leads. So when it came to a fight, it was very close because we could set more rallies than they could, but they could one rally us out. And we used to always have little rivalries in RR, MMs. It was a lot of fun. Now this alliance, people will probably know them. It is BJS. So we had some fun fights against an alliance in 865, and we're in 864. So BGS and Cock used to always have a little bit of fun. And we had a couple of fights. Now we were obviously a little bit competitive against each other. And we've actually another part. We actually stole their rally lead's wife into our state. So BJS. Their rally lead is Marshall, and obviously I spoke to him quite a lot because we used to love our little fights. Oh no, Tony, you know why I don't have any good stories on that.
By the way, Perry's taking your spot.
Oh, her name's not Fairy, it's Fia. It's Fia, but she just names herself Fairy for some weird reason. I think that's Fia anyway.
I've seen many undercover on YouTube, but yeah.
Yeah, her name is usually Anal Fairy. You know what she does on the weekends now. So BJS, the rally lead is Marshall. And his wife's name is Kamikaze. She got him into the game. And they were 30 states apart. And then when transfers came out, we ended up taking her and her crew into our alliance. So, yeah, that's obviously completely different to this part. But it's just a little thing which did happen. We got a few state transfers over. Now, this was obviously a fight against them in one of the battles. And this was our closest one against them. We was getting attacked by PRV at the same time. That was another side alliance. So PRV was trying to take one of our side buildings. But during this fight, there was most of the Cock Alliance in the center trying to fight against BJS's on day 3. And whoever won the center was pretty much who was going through to the finals. And as I said, we had a lot of like competition between us, our two alliances. It was always obviously good sporting competition. It was all in RR or MM where you didn't lose troops and stuff. So that was my team in the top right, just quickly taking their R2. And at this point, I think we were slightly losing against Marsh at the R4. I think this is the right one. I can't remember because I know we've had 2 really close fights against them in the MM. But I think this was the right one. We ended up having to move all our players over to try and help with the center fight. And honestly, the fight was so close between us. It was a really, really fun fight. And we end up winning it ever so slightly. As you can see, I just ported in to try and help set some new rallies. For some reason, our rally lead changed his name to a new guy. God knows why. But yeah, in the end, we did end up winning this fight. We went through to the finals, and we did win the finals, I think, if I recall. Obviously, they were kind enough not to burn all our buildings, and when anyone did go for our buildings, they were just knocking them out. So they kind of protected us, but we have a good like sporting relationship with them. We're hoping that at some point our brackets will be able to meet again and we'll be able to fight again. But because 864 and 865 are literally one hero away from each other, we don't get as much fights as we used to. But these used to always be really good fights between us.
I can only imagine. I'm just laughing right now because of the chat.
Instantly,
But I just remembered something again.
Yeah.
Like we get matched with our state quite a lot actually. Like last year, that like alliances state internally got matched in RR, Mining Mayhem and stuff. And I remember we got matched with the alliance we merged with now. One time, it was one of the closest battles we've ever had. I think we only lost by, I think, 2k or so? 3k maybe? Yeah. It was so cool. Like, I don't think we burned each other. I'm not sure though, but I don't think we did. We just played and saw who was better, and it was so close the whole time. And yeah, and as I said before, we were the first allies in the game. We've been playing together for like 3 years, 4 years now, and it was so nice just to go against each other. And then I think a month or 2 later, no, it was longer than that. It was definitely longer than that. We merged, and now we're like one alliance, playing everything together. Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm just reading. I like the frozen Visca too.
I looked so mean. I looked so as if there was meme potential. Me judging something.
You was just judging whatever you was looking at the time. This way I find that she was looking at me going,
I'm judging a lot. It could have been anything. But yeah, it was such a fun. I think the only thing that mattered and that our match against ASD, I mean now we're all ASD, was a few tanks. And then, as I said before, tanks are so important, and if you don't have the upper hand there, it's gonna be hard.
Honestly, I prefer have more people on tanks than buildings when the tanks open up. If you think about point-wise, one of the corner buildings is only worth 240, being the helicopter and solar. They're only worth 240, and it takes a minute or so to occupy. Oh,
solar is important around the 40-minute mark because that cuts down the occupation time you need to secure a building by 50%.
Yeah. So instead of 3 minutes, it becomes 1.5 minutes. If you've got the, you've also got the skill now where it reduces to what, 52 seconds?
Yeah, I love the skill where you can like pick up puddles within 2 seconds and just go like speeding on, so it's just like vroom, vroom.
It increases the march speed by 100%. Helps a lot. The reason why I brought up them 2 buildings is both of those buildings only give 240 water, but a single puddle gives 240 water.
Well, it depends how big the amount of water that was stored was.
Sorry, I meant water tank. A single water tank gives 240 water. So you get the exact same from one water tank as you do from one of those buildings. That's why I never cared about helipad.
I mean, lots of alliances took over the strategy, and we could see that in the Doomsday event as well. You could see it in a lot of teams that they started to like completely ignore the bottom right, like the water processing plant, the helipad, and munitions factory. Like everything just got ignored until like, I don't know, 20 minutes to go, and then first occupation, or they took first occupation in the beginning, but then just didn't fight for it because there are more important buildings that you can focus on and that will bring you further with the effort you put in, and you don't spread out too much. And yeah, so that's a valid strategy that many have been using.
I just noticed the comment where I would say Tony is right. If you look at the screen, it actually looks like the main building is pissing on the Amethyst research base. Wait for me to.
Watching.
Yeah, wait for this thing to close, but it actually does with. Oh my god.
You looked at the marsh screen for a long time, though.
I think I was so. Obviously, quite often I use more than one, so I'm usually switching between 2 accounts and whatnot. It's not doing it now, is it? There it is. It's pissing. Obviously, you need to wait for it to catch up on the stream, but you see it. It's like, yeah. Right, when I resonate, res heroes.
I don't see it. I like the profile picture that person has, though. Get seriously.
Must be European.
Yeah, we have both European.
I was doing the play on words, European. No, that shouldn't be the case. If you've got a hero resonated on a hero with only level 4 skills, if you join a rally, it will be level 4 skills. It might be a visual glitch or something, but it will be level 4 skills. You have to link it to a hero with level 5 skills. Even if you've got like a level 1 resonated hero and you put it on a gold hero, it will give you a lot less stats. But if the gold hero's stats are 555, it will still give you level 5 abilities.
Yeah, so in Lieutenant Colonel, it gives the ability to have 555 skill. Like 2 stars.
Yeah. Let's put out one of the other codes. I bet you this one's got to have been used up, because this one's like a very basic one which people can probably figure out, but we'll give it a go anyway. So code's going up on
try.
ComfyStealth. I feel like people will figure that one out. Oh no, actually, because I don't have an I,
oh, no,
I have a Y.
Actually, no, it was available. It seems.
Yeah?
But maybe because of the comfy.
Sick. Yeah, it's probably because the I instead of a Y. Usually I have a Y there, don't I?
Yeah, and because the other started with Annie, and it's not just like stealth, but like ComfyStealth, you know?
Yeah. There was actually one other fight which I could share, which was a really good one. So it was against someone called Big Daddy. Everyone knows of a Big Daddy here or there. But this guy, it says that he has a level 120 behemoth, and people may think, oh, that's a low level now. But at that time, this was the highest level behemoth which you could get. He was buying every single behemoth pack. This guy was absolutely insane during the fight.
I know a few of those too.
Yeah, he was speeding into everything. Like he could solo hit my buildings and knock them out. It was ridiculous.
That is always so humbling. You think I'm not that weak, and then someone like that comes and
yeah. At this time I considered myself as quite a strong lead, but when I went up against him, he would just obliterate me. He was so strong. I think during this fight he used millions of biocaps. You don't know
millions? I think the worst amount of biocaps used I've seen in like RR or whatever has been, I think, 500k, 600k? But multiple millions?
Oh yeah, he used millions. I've got a million biocaps. I think the most I've used in one fight was probably about 600,000-700,000. But I might have used a little bit more than that, but I haven't used millions. And he was just max speeding in everything. He really wanted to win that fight. He was very strong. So on the how to use codes, as you can see, this is my game in the background. If you open up by clicking on your profile picture, on the bottom right, there's a settings button. Once you've clicked on the settings button, there's the gift redemption. Now, this is already going to be gone, so it's not going to work. But you literally type it in, you press enter, and then obviously, it won't come up with that. It will actually come up with, you've claimed the reward. And then in your mail section, you'll have the reward. That's how you actually collect it. iPad. Is iPad differently?
There is, because they removed, I currently got the link. They remove gift codes from iOS. So we have to use an external link actually. To use the bank. I'm not currently logged into my YouTube on my PC, so if you are, could you post that one in the chat?
Yeah, would anyone be able to post the link? Yeah,
I just sent it to you if you are.
it's only for iOS. Android's just I do it that way.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it over the link, over the kingsgroupgames.com website. There's like a gift code section where you can enter the code and your ID, and then the gift code redemption will be sent to your mail. But you need to be quick.
I just logged in on my
that's like...
Oh, Ray, you saying if you log in on PC, even if you are an iPhone user, it will still work on the PC app?
Yeah, because it's basically like Android, I think. But yeah, on iOS, there's a website link.
Oh, okay, so if anyone does want to try that, you can just simply do that. As you can see from this guy's strength, we just avoided wherever we saw Big Daddy. If we saw Big Daddy anywhere, we just avoided him. In RR, luckily, you don't have to obviously be the strongest. You can easily play around the strongest. So if he held any building, we would just focus on every other building which he didn't hold. And in the end, obviously, we did end up beating him. But he used so many biocaps. He was in center, and all 5 of his other marches were just speeding into water tanks to knock everyone out. The whole entire time he just sped in, sped back, sped in, sped back, the whole fight. Or he sped into a building to knock you out. If he had his behemoth in there, you weren't defending it. He was so strong. Have you got any other? Have you got any other memories you would like to go through?
At the moment, I honestly can't think of it. I'm thinking about what I could think about maybe, but currently not. Do you have something more?
These were my 4 biggest fights, I would say. Obviously, we've had a lot of close calls and stuff like that, but this is the 4 which I will probably always remember.
Yeah, same. Those 3 fights. Otherwise, we had like our first wins in Mining Mayhem, but that were like matchups where we kind of dominated the game, so it's not like really much to talk about. So it wasn't a close fight or anything of that matter.
The website hasn't worked for yourself?
I think for the codes of this time hasn't worked.
Oh, okay.
Probably because they're redeemed so fast or were already redeemed that it's too slow to go over the website to do that if you're not already on there when the codes are being released, maybe, you know?
Hey, beautiful! How you doing, Camp? Let's make some good memories. Is Tia from your alliance, or...?
I don't know.
What state are you in again?
I saw you from my state, but I'm not sure about this person.
What state are you in again?
420.
Ooh.
For the longest... Oh, one thing I still know. Last year, our state number was censored. And then whenever we said something in like Migo chat or whatever regarding our state,
just censored. Because of the number 420?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That must suck when you're saying, "Oh, come to state 420." Everyone will be like,
I did exactly that. Or just like typing something 420 and it was censored and everyone just like, was your mouth filthy again? Why are you being censored?
There are some really random words which are also censored, which they probably should look into. I've seen some. I think the best one is when you use a translation and it just comes out with the most random ass thing.
Oh, the Russian to German translation is the best. However, right, that was one thing. Oh, the name of our rally lead was censored. His name is Norseman. Like the Wikinger, you know, Viking. And we had to call him Norsey because we couldn't write Norse for some reason. I don't even know what Norse like.
I think my most common censorship is my alliance name. But I can kind of get that on why my alliance name might be censored.
Yeah.
I did really have to think about why it would be. It took me like a year to figure out why my alliance name was so offensive that it had to be censored. But then I thought people don't want to hear about cocks all the time because, you know, they are a beautiful bird, but so many people are killing.
They are so aggressive.
Yeah, exactly.
And loud.
So that's the only reason why I can think that it's now being censored, because they are very aggressive birds.
And very loud in the morning.
And that is exactly what our alliance name is named after. It's named after the birds. I think they're beautiful birds. That's...
Yeah, they are beautiful. Everyone should have one in their backyard.
Every
And some chicken.
Everyone should have a cock in their backyard. That is exact. If you can handle more than one cock, you can get a group of cocks, and yeah. That's the only reason why I can think of that word being alliance, and thank you in Korean.
What thing in Korean?
Really? Apparently when you say thank you to thank someone for helping her in PZs, the translator...
감사합니다 was translated to I hate you?
So you know who this person is now?
No, he said he's new. I don't know.
Apparently it is a bad word. Apparently it is. At least it's at least outside Alliance, nut isn't you know, a bad word. We had obviously cock, then nuts below it, but that you can actually say them words, because obviously we were just talking about peanuts, and that's not rude at all.
And walnuts and hazelnuts.
See, there's so many nuts to munch on. There's nothing rude about it. Anyway, you saying about this stream's taken a turn. Are you not surprised with me being one of the streamers? I will obviously bring Visca down with me.
I'm gonna pretend I'm just decoration. I'm frozen again.
Are you?
No.
Are you? I actually looked. I was like, "Are you?" That's a gullible moment. That's a gullible moment right there.
Once in a lifetime. Okay, we have 20 minutes to go with the stream. I think we should do or try another code.
Try and. Okay. We have 2 more codes left, and I'm pretty sure one of them is probably taken. And the one I think is gonna be taken is gonna be my one, because I know other people had one very similar. So I'll do that one first, just to get out of the way, and everyone can go, "Oh no, it didn't work!" Ah! And then when they try yours, they'll be like, "Hey, see, Visca's worked." That's my plan. If it works out that way, I don't know, but we shall soon see how people react in chat.
Well, I mean, nothing we can change about it. We can only hope and try. Wait, is that Husk?
Oh yeah, you can talk about Ho in State 1000, and it's not censored at all.
There are so many alliances that have that name.
With all stars.
Yep, yours is gone.
Oh really?
Hmm.
I told you mine would be gone. I told you. People would guess that because there was other ones which had the same word. So, oh, did you just send me the link for?
Yeah. Wait, I sent it to you 10 minutes ago, yeah.
Okay, I'll post that there. That's it. That's
it
for
can't be posted
iPhone
in chat
users.
because it's gonna get deleted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay, we'll try the other code. This one, I don't think people would have guessed so easily. Oh no, I don't. It might have, but we shall find out.
Darkstar, we can try.
It's your last one. I've posted it to you just in case you want to say it.
Yeah. So the next code is hopefully Visca anniversary gift. Same smoke. I always think you go fast.
So long.
My name's always long.
To be fair, didn't Husk join the Ho Alliance for a little while?
He did.
Yeah.
But in 258, I think.
But he also had Ho in his other alliance, his other account's name.
Probably. So nice. That one worked.
He wasn't a Ho at all.
I loved his
Maybe he was a little bit. Maybe he was a little bit. I told you that one would work though, didn't I?
You did. You did indeed.
I think some of them were just were a little bit easy to guess. I bet you someone was sat at their computer for like 3 hours plus just typing in every single type of way they could to guess the other streamers' codes.
I mean, it happened in the past before. It's nothing we didn't think it could happen.
Yeah, we actually said it in our little streamer chat that we expect a couple of people was going to try and guess them off stream.
Yeah, I mean, it happened in the past. It's probably to happen again in the future. It is what it is.
Yeah, the other
we don't know until we
solution.
Give them out anyway.
The other solution is to have them all where it's just like P7, S2, A, just most random ass numbers and letters.
I gotta say though, I like seeing our names on codes. It makes me a little bit happy, okay? I don't know.
Especially when you see that it goes out on what's that bot which everyone uses?
You mean the gift code things?
Yeah, and it goes out into every single Discord saying it. That's gotta make you feel good when that happens.
I think it happened once.
Well, it's gonna happen 4 more times possibly today.
I mean, we have it on our Discord.
By the way, is that smoke from way back when?
It is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude,
we were talking about Husker.
His name wasn't Smoke when he first joined the chat, was it? It was some random ass name. That's why I was like, I don't think that's actually the Smoke I know.
Wait, is that also that Logan? Oh my god, we have so many in-game stream people here.
It is. Dang. There's a couple of names which I'm just thinking, I haven't seen these for a while.
Yeah, same.
Obviously, a lot of them I see on a regular basis. I'm already bored of some of them, like, you know, you've got Linz, Jane, Logan, Mohammed. I've seen those too much. They, you know, they're probably all putting up their middle finger at me right now. Rando. They can't give you one bios for free. I remember at one point they were giving us some huge ass codes to give away. They had like 5k plus bios and stuff.
What? When?
Back when the in-game streaming first went into multi-states. They gave us some big ones. See, boy, fuck you, Squishy. Don't you call me Squishy, Tarzan. Go on, sorry. I just had to shout him. Carry on with what you was about to say.
Oh, you don't want me as R5. I'm gonna terrorize y'all.
Can we have you as governor, though?
I would do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
We
mean,
got
I'm
a
doing
new
it
governor!
once. I'm already doing it once. It doesn't take much time to do it twice.
Alright, Saf, you're always welcome. Perfect, you can do gov in both states. You missed the squishy. I'm hard to miss now. I only actually stream 1 day a week now. I had to be a grown-up and get an actual job. Sadly, the stream... Yeah, I know, right?
Shocking.
And do you know how hard work it is doing what I do?
I mean, I don't know what you do.
I'm now a detention custody officer. It's very hard and exhausting work.
Oh, okay. So, like, in prison or?
Something similar. It's not even a job. It is.
Logan is going to destroy you.
My job, it is a good job. It's a good job. Let's put it that way. It's an internship. I don't get paid for this. I still have Visca's whip. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. See more memories from the past year, from the in-game streams.
So, what's this whip all about? And how do I get some of it?
I was playing. I don't know. Was it the time I was playing with Yana or BG? Someone big, and yeah. I was like, I didn't have the biggies, and then some came over and smoke became my whip.
So what you're saying is
like,
you used smoke as a whipping tool for some of the other girls.
To beat them in Punk War, yeah.
How the fuck did you get sandwiched between the two girls, Smoke? I need to know your secrets.
To help.
I need to know your secrets.
In the situation.
What's up there, Thomas? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what you're saying is all you need to do is get a big account, get into some girl's stream, between another girl's stream, and you get placed into the middle of it.
You go to one, beat her, go to the other one, beat her.
Oh, so he's the dominant one. Wrong. He was the one who was doing the beating. Oh, how the tables have turned. Punk Wars, I miss it.
And out of context, it sounds so wrong, but we are really talking about Punk Wars.
But it feels so right. It feels so right when you're playing Punk Wars in that way. I remember doing a Punk Wars game where we said, okay, so for every tower or every building which got destroyed, we had to take a drink.
Oh.
We got drunk pretty quick.
I can't imagine.
They started to get too smart about it. What they did was they started to do it where one team would go top, one team would go bottom, so they'd quickly destroy the tower. Then they'd swap places, so it would destroy the other tower and then just break through. Meaning every single time it was 2 or 3 drinks. They got too smart about it. I don't like it.
That sounds deadly.
I keep seeing RR and thinking I'm late. Oh, don't. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. We get a relaxing day today.
And also, at least for me, King of the Hill was yesterday, not RR.
How did your King of the Hill go?
We lost by 600 points. 600!
Oh, That's gotta hurt.
Well, it was okay, but like 600 points from making it the difference to the first. We had the Central City in the end, so 50k points. But they were like a bit smarter, broke through in the right. We couldn't get it back. We didn't have, well, we had the, as I said, the Middle City, but we couldn't get our territory back, so they got a few more and got a few more points. And then 600 points make the difference. That's like 20 seconds of gameplay. 20 seconons.
Yeah, so, that's very, very close. That would hurt.
It was annoying. It was really annoying.
Can I ask? You lost by 600 points. Did you get the center 50k points, or did they get it?
We did. You
got it, and you were still the 600 points behind.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So you was actually 50.6k. Oh, that's got to be even worse. I could just imagine that.
The thing was, I was just anticipating, like, we just have to stay at a certain point, and we win this. We will, because I managed to get us in the middle. I sped up the fights. I made sure when the speeding up was ended, it was us in the middle, and not the other team. And then we had to speed them out again. Blah blah blah. And I managed to get us in, so I knew if we just reinforce it correctly, nothing can happen to our things. We just need to get a little bit of territory back and to balance that out a little, but we couldn't. And then, as I said, the 600 points, Roxy, like really without any K, just 600. It was 20 seconds of gameplay that made a difference.
Oh, that's got... Yeah, that's got a little bit.
A little. Just a little. But I mean, 2 weeks is the next one, so...
I may have, I was at work during my one, but I was playing in the staff room, just hiding, and ours was pretty easy. We pretty much dominated it, got all the main buildings, and was just chilling out in center. It was quite an easy one for us. I felt like the other teams were not as well organized, and they had more people missing. We had one specific person missing who apparently was sleeping off a hangover, she said. Bad, Jane! I mean, bad Anonymous. Once we lost a building.
Yeah, the thing was also, like, they only had 4 people in the building, so you couldn't even speed them up, because they always waited until, like, one died, and then reinforcing was a bit annoying in the end. But, yeah. I mean, in 2 weeks is the next one. It's gonna be fine. It's not the end of the world.
I talk about MM. I did win an MM by a team not knowing the rules fully. So... what we did was we were fighting for the R4 and we were fighting for the R3. And the points were very, very close. And what we did was we ported away from the R4 and took the R3 instead. And
you cut them off, or? Yeah,
but the end of it was ending when the whole event ended. So we didn't control either one of them fully. So it wasn't even like we controlled it, they got kicked off, then we took center. It was as it ended, because we had control time of their R3, and they may have had more control time of the R4, but because when it ended, obviously they got kicked off of it, we end up taking both the buildings and winning and going into the finals. That was a close one. Nice. Ages ago. That one was ages ago, and that one was with Cock. It might have been in the last year as well. One time. Second Legion swept the board.
Oh, Mohammed, that we had on our farm. We did on our farm account, like the alliance we merged out of from. We did King of the Hill yesterday, and we won, I think, with 911,000 points or something. I don't know what we did. We only had, I think, 5 people online.
911,000.
Yeah, the rest only had had nothing left really. I don't know where the other teams were, if they even moved, if they had people. But like our farms were 5 people, we dominated the whole map.
The only way I can think of getting that sort of score is if the other ones aren't even playing.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're just walking around doing your own thing the whole entire fight.
Yeah, it was basically like that. I was like 30 minutes late. I jump on, I see we have 600,000 points. I was just like, oh, and then I just see people walking and like, oh, I'm gonna get here, I'm gonna get here, another march is gonna get there. Well, it's fun.
Even if you're weaker and if you've got more players, you can easily outplay them because it takes 10 seconds to take out a march. So if someone uses all 3 marches, they can hold someone up for 30 seconds. So if you've got more players than them, you can pretty much just hold them off at certain locations where they can't break through.
But, yeah, just stall.
Yeah, that's if you're outnumbering them and they're a lot stronger. This daddy guy just was whooping my ass the whole entire RR fight. If I took a building, he'd just rally it, and I knew I had no chance against any of his. I knew if he hit, I was getting kicked out. Against the 2 players in my team, no one showed up.
Wait, does it state not have Joker?
Yeah, my state has Joker.
Why is he using Chloe?
Second march. That's his his main march is in center. But he could have used his 3rd march, he'd still beat me. On King of the Hill is all about numbers. Not entirely, so
mostly.
Nah, because I didn't actually stream the King of the. So one of the things which you do want to know is obviously you need to have some sort of planning. Seeing as we're ending soon, I'll quickly pop up what I have. So part of it is about obviously planning. Now we have a little strategy. It's not there's not a lot in it, but so we try and even out the teams a little bit. Where they're all pretty much the same strength, but at certain times you need to make sure people are ready for the buildings to open up, because if you take that first occupancy, as long as you keep sending reinforcements in there, it's going to be very hard for them to break it. If you do get to that situation, there is a way to counter it. Now, as you know, where the buildings are, there is a second path. Now, they think that it's just easy for them to progress there because you've got one of those 600 buildings per minute just behind there. If you put your full team focusing the other route or going through the center, then you can break through. Now, once you've broken through, this is where you'll actually be able to take advantage of taking over it. You just got to block them off for sending extra marches there. If you block them off in those 2 locations with some decent strength players, then you can actually start to break through and retake it off of them. It is a hard one to get around, but you can do it. Now, the way we get to get the first occupation, and we always win the first occupation, is we have 10 players focus one of the buildings at 20 minutes, and 20 players focus the other. Everyone gets 1 march ready. Now, I quite often will try and get a march round to try and block them off, so they've got to get through the fighting before they get to the building. But if we have 10 marches ready for one, 20 marches ready for the other, one of the building has 5 infected and the other one has 10 infected. Your goal is just to kill that last infected. So if you have 10 people instantly speed in, you just need 50% of them to actually make it in. If 5 of them make it in and kill those 5 infected, you've got control of it. Even if afterwards they've got 20 people in there. It doesn't matter. It's whoever kills that 5th infected gets it. So it does have strategy in play. Same as center, obviously 10 infected, you need the 10th one. We get everyone, all 30 of the players, to send 1 march in there. So it does have certain strategy which you can play, but obviously it is a lot harder to try to use this to counteract it.
Definitely. But yeah, just like little basic plans. Basically, all you need, in my opinion. There's not like big strategy. You see the countdowns when which buildings are open, and yeah.
Just let me get the tip in, please. Sounds like my ex. I joke, of course. I wasn't expecting that comment. Okay, would you like to say anything else before we go, Visca?
I mean, just a goodbye, I guess, and thank you. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Oh wait, should we like go over the event one more time? The memory scroll.
Oh yeah, we can do. So
yeah, they're currently on Discord and in the community broadcast center. An event going on where you can win diamonds and other stuff. And all you have to do is use hashtag anniversary scroll, I think. Was it? Let me look. To open the game. Okay.
Yeah. Anniversary memory scroll.
Yeah. Could you scroll down a little?
Oh, I have. It's just delayed.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotta love the delay.
Just you're doing like this. I can't even copy that. Okay, here. So, just share a favorite memory of the past year with your alliance, with your state, anything on Discord or in the community broadcast center with hashtag anniversary memory scroll. And then you're in, you can win some stuff, and that's all you need to do.
Just so you do your tongue out back. Okay, so just a reminder. So after the event, this is obviously what a lot of people are more wanting. They want to know, what can we get from this? So after the event, we will pick 500 entries randomly and offer a small reward to the creators. Now, I got told they're roughly $5 packs, but also we'll pick the top 50 entries and reward their creators with diamonds worth $20. So you'd get 2k worth of diamonds on top of that. Now, all you have to do to participate is you'd have to enter an image and text. All you need to do is tag your submission with hashtag anniversary memory scroll .46. If your submission is text only, you just have to leave it in the comment section. You don't actually have to, do a whole entire post. Or you can reply to our social media accounts or event channel on Discord. So if you go onto the Discord in the SOS one, you can go into the social media or the events channel, and you can post there.
Yeah, quick correction, because you accidentally said diamonds worth 2k. 2k diamonds, which are worth $20.
Oh, how much did I say? 20k?
You said 2k worth of diamonds.
Oh, yeah, you get 2k diamonds, which are worth $20.
Yeah.
On can't find it. All you need to do is open up this. It should be on here. Is it on here? Yeah, here. Anniversary memory scroll. You open up this. It tells you all about it. And
yeah.
People are just typing hashtag anniversary scroll. They're not even typing a story or anything.
I saw so many comments that are just like, okay. Then I'm just thinking like that.
Yeah.
That's not a submission.
Yeah, to submit, you kind of need to write a story or whatnot. For instance, like that or something. personally, if I was you guys and you're wanting to enter it, as you can see, a lot of them aren't even trying. So just go into the Discord, type in a story, and I think you've probably got a good chance on it. It was an absolute pleasure seeing a lot of you guys I haven't seen a lot of you guys for quite a while, so it was an absolute pleasure seeing you all. I guess I would like to thank everyone for coming to join us. It was actually quite nice to go through all the memories which has happened in the past year, all the things which I have gotten up to, same as all the things which Visca has gotten up to. So I would like to thank you all for joining. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, of course, and hopefully I shall see you guys again soon. Go on, Visca.
Yeah. Also, from me, thank you for watching. Thank you for interacting with us and being active in chat, watching us, saying hello, and everything. It's so nice to see you guys. It's so nice to see familiar faces, seeing the support. It really means a lot to us. And yeah, it was nice seeing you all again. Thank you for being here. And we will see each other again, hopefully soon.
Much out, love all. Have a good one. Bye.